What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nike Metcon 4 XD. So this is going to be the mid-season refresh or update for the Metcon 4 in Nike's lineup. And the reason for this is not only for the extra features from the shoe, but also because the Metcon 5s don't get released until May or June. So they push back the release date for those, and this is kind of what's going to keep people interested in the shoe in the meantime. It does have some thoughtful add-ons to the shoe or upgrades to the shoe, but otherwise it remains the same exact thing. It's built on the same last. It feels pretty much identical. You want to think of this as kind of like what Reebok did with the new Flex Weave with the Nano 8. It's pretty much the same exact thing. So the most notable change with the XD is that they have all of these little plates all over the toe box and vamp of the shoe, around the back part of the shoe as well. All of the main parts of the Metcon 4 though stay intact. You still have the TPU heel counter that goes on the sides of the shoe. You have the TPU heel clip in the back of the shoe. You still have the 6 eyelets that was introduced in the Metcon 4 models. And then you still have the drop-in midsole, which is the same exact thing. It's still a 4mm drop. The shoe does weigh a little bit less than the standard Metcon 4. I weighed the normal ones in at 11.04, and I weighed it in the XDs at 10.72 ounces. So the toe box of the Metcon 4s is where you're going to find the most notable change between the originals and the newer ones. It introduces the 3D print, which was first introduced on the Matt Fraser signature models, and the Matt Fraser ones have it pretty much all over the toe, but it's the same design. The Metcon 4 XDs have it for the most part all over the toe. There's some little breaks, and I think that's mainly for flexibility reasons. Compared to the haptic print of the original Metcon 4, there's just a little bit more protection in the toe area, which is always welcome, but I never really felt like the original Metcon 4s were not durable in the first place. They were, of course, touted as the only shoe that Josh Bridges has not torn through. So while I welcome the change, I don't really see a whole lot of use for it. But I mean, to each their own. I guess the same thing could go with the Reebok Nano 8s and the new Flex Weave and the old Flex Weave. I guess you don't really need the change, but it's nice to have. The haptic print and the 3D print are the same kind of like material. It's like a PU overlay polyurethane, and it just kind of sits over the sandwich mesh. It honestly doesn't feel a whole lot different. The Metcon 4 XDs kind of feel a little bit more open and a little bit more flexible in the toe box, but it's really cutting it close, and I would say you have to really be nitpicking in order to tell the differences. I can tell the difference when I'm wearing both of the shoes on at the same time, but really no one's going to do that. The stability of the shoe is the exact same thing. They still have the same drop-in midsole, 4mm drop. It's still a very, very stable shoe, one of the most stable training shoes that you can get your hands on. The drop-in midsole, however, does still squeak. Mine, over about 3 weeks to a month's wear, have already started creaking just a little bit, and that's probably going to get a little bit worse over time. The laces between the two shoes are the exact same things, and really that's just about it. There's not a whole lot of difference between the Metcon 4 XDs and the Metcon 4s. So they retail for $130. The original Metcon 4s still retail for $130 as well. I'm sure the Metcon 4s, when they're gone, are going to be gone. You're not going to be able to buy them anymore. But for right now, you can find them on sale, and some are as low as like $70-something. So for my money right now, I'd still say you're probably better off picking up the normal Metcon 4s at a sale price than getting the Metcon 4 XDs. I do like how the Metcon 4 XDs look. I especially like this colorway, which is like the hyper crimson and blue and black colorway. It looks really, really cool. It's got the speckled midsole and it's got the speckled heel clip. It's a really low-key, dope looking colorway because of the mix-matched swooshes and the mixed matched Flywire. But otherwise, if you didn't love any of the new colorways, then maybe just pick up some of the original Metcon 4s that are on sale currently. Either way, the Metcon 4s are still one of the best training shoes. If you're looking for one of the most stable of all training shoes, then definitely look into the Metcon 4 XDs or the normal Metcon 4s if you wanted to get the same kind of performance at some kind of a discount. If you have any questions about these shoes, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.